Hey y'all. So I've been enjoying the content, and thanks for everybody who's been following me and keeping up with this growth. We're doing this together. This is a journey. I've already named you guys. Y'all are the Founding Fox. My Founding Fox crew. Yes, we are doing this. So I wanted to get a face-to-face real-time interaction thing. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I'm at my favorite little kava bar here vibing. It's a vibe. I like it. It's easy to talk. It's easy to just do a quick little download with y'all. So I want to talk about nervous system and nervous system regulation. So as far as nervous system, I wanted to give you guys a nice layout of just my perspective on it, what I've learned, and how I've integrated it in my life. How I realized that system regulation is a huge part of functionality. And I know that everybody can use a little nervous system regulation because the word anxious, anxiety, that's something that's just so common. It always pops up. So what I want to do is just do a nice, almost like summary slash outline. Also just discuss through nervous system and what that actually means and how it plays a part in your life, how it's played a part in my life, how I've realized that it's something that we just do not, it's just not talked about enough. The stuff we need to take literal, we're not taking literal enough. And the things that we do take literal, it just need to be thrown in the trash. It's like we need to do a complete swap of information that we are absorbing and the information that we are really using in our life. So this is one of them things that you need to put on your information list in all aspects of your life. To get started, I do have my notes in front of me. I got my laptop with me. It's because it's so much information. I wanted to create an outline so I don't miss anything. I have a quote to kind of open up and give you the understanding of the perspective that I'm trying to teach. So, you don't attract from what you want, you attract what your nervous system believes is safe. Okay, I'm gonna say that for the people in the back because I don't think y'all heard me. You don't attract what you want, you attract what your nervous system believes is safe. So, when you talk about safety, before we get into safety, let's talk about what's not safe and what a lot of people are operating off of. A lot of us are operating off of a survival mode and not wilderness. This is not naked and afraid survival mode. It's a survival mode that we integrate in our daily lives that we don't even realize that we're operating off of. So what happens is when you are operating from a survival mode aspect, your body believes it's in danger, and it increases your heart rate, your mind. You're not able to respond and think from a logical place of peace because it's only there. Your body's at that point, it's only operating to keep you safe. And when it's operating to only keep you safe, your options in thought, it becomes very limited because it only wants to help you survive. So literally it thinks you're being attacked or you're in danger. So it only gives you maybe one or two rational answers as opposed to this long spectrum of things that you can get when you're relaxing. So for a nice simple definition of nervous system regulation, it's your body's communication highway controlling how you respond to everything, real or imagined. Your nervous system is broken down into two ways. You have sympathetic nervous system. So the nickname for this is protection mode, which is what we're operating off of. Most of us are operating off of and don't even realize that we're in this mode. A lot of us are operating off of survival mode, and we wonder why we cannot get to what we're trying to get to. We wonder why the blessings feel limited, why we're asking for things for God and it's not coming. We're wondering why we've done all of these forms of manifestation and we've done all this praying and all this church and nothing's coming, or it's coming and it's not stable, or it's not something that is sustainable over a long period of time. It kind of comes and goes and ebbs and flows. It's not something that you're just really like, wow, this feels good. I feel better. I feel relief. I feel safe. I feel calm, right? Right. So the nickname for this is protection mode. The purpose is to keep you alive in perceived danger. Okay? It activates your fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. What it feels like: racing thoughts, anxiety, overthinking, short breaths, holding your breath, clenched jaw, tight shoulders, hyper productivity or emotional shutdown, people pleasing. That's the fawn aspect. So I said fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. People pleasing is how you fall into that fawn aspect. So yes, being nice to people and trying to make them feel better is shutting your nervous system down and it's keeping you in a protective mode. Yes. So that part, to avoid conflict, I'm guilty of it. I'm very much a people pleaser. I don't like conflict. I'm gonna just fall along the way, and that's what's got me in trouble. And that's what I've had to rearrange my nervous system to not say that's okay. We got to just put that to the side. Thank you for protecting me, but no, thank you. We can't operate from that. So, mind you, I want to kind of go through what it feels like. And I think we like categorize like anxiety and stress and all of these things. And it's just supposed to be so normal to feel this way, which a lot of people do have these normal type of feelings. But I want you to understand that those feelings are a huge part of why you feel the way you feel, because you're stuck in this loop of that feeling, right? So the racing thoughts, the anxiety, the overthinking, the short breaths. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that feeling, right? It's about relationships. It's about love. It's about money. It's about my boss. It's about school. It's about a career. It's all of these things that we put so much energy behind, and it keeps you in a place to where you're not able to perceive that experience from a place of peace. You're only operating from a place of survival mode. So, the nervous system. What is the nervous system? A simple definition: it's your body's communication highway, controlling how you respond to everything, real or imagined. It's broken down into two key branches. You have sympathetic, which is your protection mode, when your body goes into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Basically, it thinks it's getting attacked. It is just trying to survive. And that's how a lot of us walk around, in survival mode. That mode, I don't even know how to make this as clear as day. That mode is disconnecting you from, you know what that mode is? That mode is disconnecting you from God. Hold that for a second. Hold that for a second, okay? Let me tell you why. And then you have the parasympathetic, where you're in a regulation mode. That's the mode we're trying to get into. That's the mode we're trying to ease into, right? That's where we want to be. Think about if you had everything you want in life. Think about how your life would feel, how you would act, how you would think, how you would move, how you would operate. That's the mode we're trying to get into, right? Right. Like I said, you are cutting yourself off. It becomes a spiritual block. It puts a block, a very thin veil between you and the creator, source, God, Christ, however you want to say it. It puts a block between y'all. So when you have that block up, you cannot receive properly, which means you're pretty much out here on your own. You don't want to be thugging life out here on your own. It's already hard enough. Yes, God is always with you. Yes, God is always present in our lives, but we got to take accountability on the work that we have to do to be in alignment, to be able to receive the fullness of creation, and that we can be co-creators with God. That's our responsibility. It's what I want to be able to put emphasis on, is that you have a responsibility. No, you can't just say, this is how I am. Okay, yeah, you be like that and you stay how you are and you keep on complaining. You can't, that's not going to work. You have to do the work. Literally an operating system. God put everything within us that we need to do to be creators, strong, deliberate creators. So the thing is to realize that you can create whatever you want to create. The only blockage is you. You are the blockage between you and your creation. So going back to that spiritual block, you are stuck in a survival consciousness. It disconnects you from trust, intuition, divine timing, and you're operating from wounded inner child or unhealed trauma in your body. We'll get to that in a minute, because that's really what it is. A lot of the stuff ain't even yours. A lot of the stuff is that it's a lot of the things that we're operating off of this system. That's just, I'm gonna take my ring off, it's moving around. A lot of the stuff that we're operating from is stuff that we got when we were children. it ain't even really yours. You just in this default system, right? Your body is a operating system. It's a program. I don't know how to make it as clear as day. One thing that I know I realized in this journey to getting back to myself in a place of remembrance, a place of strength, a place of creativity, a place of divine co-creator badassness, is to realize that the mind is not enough. We all preached on, I know for a while we were all about mindset, which is very important because that is a part of it. But I want to say, for those who have mastered your mindset, and you're like, well, I feel like I think this way. I have positive thoughts. I'm a very positive person. Yeah, I don't believe in the things I used to believe in. I'm shifting my mind frame. I want to make it very clear. If you do not practice nervous system regulation, it does not matter what you tell your mind to think. Your body has to feel safe to receive it. If it doesn't feel safe to receive it, it's going to reject it. So it has to be a mind and body coherence. So you can say, I'm this, I'm abundant, I'm in love, I'm a millionaire, I'm a business owner, I'm the best whatever in the world. You can say those things and really believe it. But as soon as you try to do something or you try to receive something, if your body doesn't feel safe doing the thing or receiving the thing, it's going to kick it out. It's very simple. And I'll break that down too, of how the body does that and how it puts you in a place to where you aren't able to be in alignment with what you're trying to obtain. So your nervous system can affect you in a lot of ways. And here are like 4 main ways I like to categorize it, right? It impacts your function, how you show up daily. It affects the burnout, your inconsistencies, and your indecisions, okay? It also affects your ability to let go of identities, cycles, and trauma, okay? It recycles it. Remember, it's an operating system, and a lot of times this operating system has been programmed a long time before you came conscious of you trying to manifest this beautiful life. You got to go back and figure out, what is in my operating system? When am I operating from? What does my body believe to be true? Okay, so also when you're creating, it affects that as well. To receive aligned downloads and your execution of the vision that you're trying to obtain. Okay, because think about it like this: if your body is in a state of flight, I'm gonna say it right, y'all, flight, fright, freeze, or fawn, which is basically, this is the easiest way my brain can conceptualize it. I'm being chased by a predator. There is a lion behind me. All right, if it is a lion behind you, do you think that you can worry about how to build this beautiful dream home? Do you think your body can try to come up with the beautiful grand plan of that? No. Or how to build that new business you're trying to launch, or how to manifest the love of your life. It can't do that because it's in survival mode. And I want to make it very clear to equivalate survival mode. Survival mode is literally a predator chasing you, and as simple as you rushing to work. Okay? Predator, rushing to work. Predator, always moving fast. Predator, being anxious. Predator, I'm just trying to get there before somebody tell me I'm late. Predator, my thoughts running 1,000,000 miles per hour. Predator is the same thing. You don't have to be naked and afraid for your body to think it's in survival mode. And the way that we deem life as normal is survival mode. So you have to literally look at the lens around you and realize, am I functioning? And this is how I knew people was playing games. I remember I was at an old job of mine, and I was telling them how stressed I was about my job, and it was more of a competition of, oh well, I'm girl, you ain't stressed. I'm so stressed that I gotta go get chiropractor, or my back locked up, or this and that. And I'm just like, and they thought it was cute and funny to talk about who's the most stressed and how that affects their body. And I'm just, this is not normal. This isn't normal. I don't know who told y'all this was normal to walk around like this and to think that life should, that is crazy. That's crazy. No. Take a a minute to look at your life and think about the parts of your life that just simply just stress you out, or that simply just make you feel like, I don't want to do this, I'm burnt out, I'm too tired. Those are the aspects of your life that you're probably operating from survival mode, or have some type of survival mode loop, or survival mode wiring, right? To where you're just accepting it as a base of normalcy, and that's what you want to shift out of. So I'm gonna get back into this operating system that I was talking about. Yes, your body is a system. It is a operating system. It is a program. It's a program. Your mind, your body, your heart, your nervous system, your cells, it's a program. Your body's a program. And if it's something that you want that you don't have and that you've been working to get to, there's a problem in your program. It's that simple. We have to figure out where the problem is in your program and how to fix the problem in your program. Okay? So, when you're in survival mode, you are in a default operating system. Default. Yes, we're all doing the best we can. Yes, we're all trying. Yes, we got God in our lives. Yes, we are praying. Yes, we're being obedient. Yes, we are sacrificing and loving and showing up and caring. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's not enough. It's not enough. That's not enough. The way that we've been taught to bring things to us, it's very, very limited. And if you continue to operate out of that, I see why people crash out. I can see it. I see how people crash out. There's no way you can operate from that point for a long, sustainable time. And if you do, you just accept it as truth. And that's fine too. But for those who are really trying to make a difference, this is the part that we need to fix. We need to fix our operating system, okay? So your operating system is always constantly scanning for a threat, even when no threat exists. These are ways to know if you're in survival mode, okay? I'm gonna just give a couple examples. And if it's relevant, it's relevant. If it's not, that's okay. So examples in everyday life. In your finances, are you hoarding money? Are you checking your dollars? Are you afraid to give? Are you very conscious of, if I spend this, am I going to get it back? And are you very conscious of how much you're spending? And it feels like a trigger, your heart race when you go to the checkout line and you put your debit card in the machine and you praying that it go through? Or you put your debit card in the machine and you immediately counting how I'm going to get that money back, or that money feels like it's not a part of you anymore? Survival mode. Fear of asking for help when you are in a place of where you need financial support. Survival mode. Relationships. Are you people pleasing? Are you the one? I'm a people pleaser. That's where my survival mode kicked in, and a little bit of the finances too. I feel like my survival mode was based off of financial decisions and my relationship with people, as far as me being a people pleaser. That's where I put my body in survival mode, and that's what was blocking me. Okay? So are you a people pleaser, or are you abandonment of your fears? Do you just are you the person that just say, I ain't doing this, I tap out, I ain't doing it, get somebody else to do it? Are you that type of person? That is survival mode. That's your body's fake trauma response, right? And we'll get on trauma responses in a minute, because a lot of people don't realize that y'all be, oh, I'm tired. Oh, well, I don't want to do it. Oh, well, this happened. Oh, well, oh yeah, it's fake trauma responses. We can really hype ourselves up in fake trauma responses. Another way that survival mode shows up is in your health. When you are burnt out, when you're overdoing, when your health is declining, when you are having all of these random experiences and you're just like, what's happening? That is a sign that your body, your health is in survival mode. You're in survival mode. Predator chasing you, lion chasing you down. Okay? And in your career, overthinking, overworking, perfectionism, and fear of visibility. I can't talk today. Fear of visibility. Those are examples of your body being in survival mode. So if you identify with any of those things, just one, even half, anything, you are in survival mode. I would take that very seriously, because that thing is probably holding you back from the dream or the ambition or the goal that you're trying to get to. I want to put a huge emphasis on survival mode. And I want to say how survival mode, those things are connected to scarcity. Survival mode, scarcity. Okay? So scarcity, trauma, and survival mode. It is a direct correlation. So survival mode or survival is a felt sense. It's not, like I said, it's not your mind. You can have the cutest little affirmations and mindset and I want to do this. Your body is still thinking it's being chased by a predator. You have to teach your body to be calm. You have to teach your body how to receive. You have to teach your body to be in alignment with your mind. And it does take work. It takes time, but you can do it. Okay? So scarcity is a nervous system dysregulation. So basically, if you have this feeling of like you're always waiting for the rug to be pulled from under you, or you can't relax even when things are going well, you are operating from scarcity. Scarcity can come up in a lot of ways. Scarcity can come up in a form of comparison. Scarcity can come up as a form of not feeling like you're enough, like you're worthy of things. Scarcity can always feel like you got to do a tick for tat, like you're always constantly trying to pull in money as opposed to have a nice, safe exchange with money. Scarcity can come up as far as limited ideas and beliefs about yourself. Well, I'm only worth this, or I guess I'll just settle in this, right? Whatever that could be related to is for you personally. That's how scarcity shows up. It shows up to the point where you're cutting yourself off from the wholeness of who you really are. Other examples of scarcity, I would say, like personally, scarcity is thinking, I'm trying to think how I can say it. You know what it is? It's that constant worry about like, how am I going to pay a bill? Or how are my finances going to be covered? Or I paid this bill, which means it took away from this experience, right? It's always like I said, it's just tick for tat. And if you're always doing that, you're telling your body and you're telling your mind that it's either this or this, which is a trauma response, which is going back to you being in a mindset of scarcity. It can't be both or all or everything. It has to be this or this. That's scarcity, which goes back to your body and your mind being in survival mode. In the beginning, a lot of the stuff that we are inherited and a lot of stuff that we believe in and that we're operating from, it's not even ours. It's passed down from your parents. It's epigenetics and parental coding and ancestral coding. A lot of times you just got your parents' trauma. So if you look at your parents' situation and you look at their mindset and you look at what they were going through when you was birthed or while you were in your mother's womb, you've inherited all of her nervous system and all of her beliefs and all of the trauma that she went through when you were in her womb. When your mom was pregnant with you and the situation she was in and her mindset and her circumstances, that has a lot to do with how your nervous system became regulated or dysregulated, I guess I should say, what makes up your nervous system. If your mom was in a very, very stressful situation, you probably inherited a lot of her stress. So I know a huge way that this shows up is in core identity wounds from when you were a child. So a lot of times we wasn't allowed to feel or express ourselves. And if you did, you were seen emotional or you were out of place or you got to stay in a child's place. Those things can affect your nervous system. And then also your worth only came from what you were produced. A lot of times when you are building a relationship with your parents as the child, your relationship is to more so have like a please your parents thing. That can lead to over pleasing, and it initially kind of shuts down what you really want and your self-expression and what you are really trying to validate for yourself, right? So that's a huge part of your core identity wound. And the last part is that success is only equated to sacrifice. That's a huge correlation that I know a lot of people can relate to, is that success is only through sacrifice. And that's not true. We've identified with that correlation because it just sounds good. I think it's just a hero story. Yes, a lot of people do go through a lot of pain before they are able to have success, but that doesn't necessarily have to always be the story. It's the common story because a lot of us are just based in survival mode. Okay, so I came across this post the other day and it really hit home for me, so I just wanted to share this. This is by Matt Kip. I'm sorry, Maston Kip. Maston Kip. I could be saying his name wrong. I'm gonna just spell it. It's MASTINKIPP. So this post and the explanation of this post really landed, and I love the way he explained it. So your nervous system will always choose safety over success until you make success feel safe. I'm gonna say it again. Your nervous system will always choose safety over success. Let's just stop there. Like I told y'all, our body, our human design is to keep us safe. Predator, I don't want to die. That type of safe. What's the show that I had to stop watching that because it was messing with my nervous system, but I love it. The Last of Us. Our body is here to keep us safe. That's all it's programmed to do, is to keep you safe. That's all it knows how to do, and that's what we tell it to do, okay? Unless you make success feel safe, right? So if you're constantly in a place of always trying to feel safe and trying to keep you out of harm's way, and you've isolated success and these things outside of you, it's going to see it as a threat. A lot of times, the things that we want, we've already deemed it as a threat because our body is not used to receiving it. It's not normal. It's not a neutral point for us. It's something outside of us. It's something bigger than us. It feels like it's bigger than the world. When you put something outside and you put something on a pedestal and you put an idea, a desire on a pedestal, it's going to see it as a threat, and it's not going to be able to comprehend you having that. So I'm gonna say it again. Your nervous system will always choose safety over success until you make success feel safe. A lot of times, if you really was to sit with yourself, you are going to realize the thing that you're asking for, you don't even, in fact, hold on. You're going to realize the thing that you're asking for, you don't even believe you really can have. Think about it. The thing that you really want, the things, the desire, the lifestyle that you really want, you really don't believe you can have it. That means your body deems it as a threat. It's not going to give it to you. God is not going to give that to you because you see it as a place of, and we have to understand and get to the point where we realize that as a co-creator, you have a responsibility, mind, body, and soul, to do the work to get into the alignment to where God can give you these blessings. God cannot give you a blessing if you put yourself and you think that you're not worthy of it, or you feel like it's something that you can't attain, or it's just for them or a certain type of person. If you isolate yourself from a situation, your body's going to see it as a threat, and it's only going to do the one thing that it's built to do: protect you. Okay, so this was a huge part. I'm gonna get a little close for this. This was a huge part that I realized, okay? How to identify if I'm in trauma mode, right? Or how to identify the triggers in survival mode. How do I identify with my body and those emotions that we think are normal? How to take those emotions and categorize it as survival mode, okay? There are certain triggers, there are certain trauma loops and emotional reoccurrence. We put it as normal. Those things are survival based. Remember, we're trying to get in safety mode and shift out of survival mode, okay? Listen, triggers, signs that the body does not feel safe, i.e., it's in survival mode, i.e., you can't get to your dream destination. I feel overlooked, okay? It's a physical sensation, pit in the stomach, right? Racing thoughts, right? Emotion of shame, guilt, and fear. Y'all, when I was able to identify those emotions of shame, guilt, and fear, I was like, oh my God, that is holding me. It makes so much sense. Belief, I'm not worthy, or I always mess up. How many times we didn't put that over our head? Predator chasing you down, and your body and your mind and body don't know what to do, and the only thing you can do is just keep you in survival mode because it's just trying to keep you safe. So you can't even think to do the right thing to pull you out of that. Crazy. Or you continue to loop or attract. This is the loop, right? All those things put you in a loop. You attract or create that same reality again and again and again and again. There is nothing coincidental about you running into the same person, same situation, same scenario. Your body is in a trauma response loop. Trauma response loop. I cannot say it clearly enough. You are in a loop. And if you do not identify the unconscious feelings that you have, that are putting you in a mental mindset to make you believe that you're not worthy or I always mess up, you are going to continue to live in that loop. Well, I think a part that helps with this is to start to just analyze the way you feel without judging yourself. Just say, that didn't feel good. My heart is beating a little faster. I'm getting a little anxious. My stomach feels a little like I got a pit in it. I feel like I got to use the bathroom. All of those are signs that your body is in a survival mode. It's just trying to keep you in a place of safety. Something's wrong. It's a trigger. I realized when something happened to me that, and this is just how my body read a trigger. Everybody has different triggers. But my body almost went into like a flight or fight fawn. I'll kind of like freeze up. And it's like, whoa, that doesn't feel good. That feels tight. That feels intense. That feels like a lot of pressure. And then I would kind of like delay my response or speak in a way to where it's people pleasing to like get out of something, right? So there's ways that your body does this. That's just the way that my body I can identify with trauma response. The main thing I would do is kind of like freeze, and I would just be like, okay, how can I make the situation like not happen or make it go away or make it to where the person who I'm talking to, they're comfortable, so then I don't have to deal with the discomfort. That is a trauma response. That's not good. You know, a good way to do this, figure out a situation that you've always realized you're being looped in, a person, a situation, whatever that loop is, and identify how you feel when you're in that situation. What does your body do? Do you get a headache? Do you get nauseous? Like whatever that is, that feeling is trying to give you an indication that it does not feel safe. Then what you could do is identify that feeling of not being safe with the actual emotion. Because 9 times out of 10 is related to some type of guilt, some type of shame, unworthiness, embarrassment. And that ideally goes to a mental thought to where you feel like I'm not enough, or, I don't deserve this thing, or, she's always right, I'm always wrong, or, I have to please this person to make it'll go to a mental loop. It'll go to a mental realization, and you'll realize, oh wow, this is because of something that I believe, and that belief has become a trauma response in my body. That's what my reality is based off of what I believe. And remember, you guys, I said that reality only gives you what you believe or deem to be true. So if you believe based off your body will tell you what you believe. That's why you have to go to the body and figure out what your body is feeling. Your body will tell you exactly what you believe to be true. And if it doesn't feel good, there's probably something there that you can self-correct. That is some type of trauma response, fake trauma response. Because like I told you, a lot of times, I think a fake trauma response that I realized was, I'm trying to give y'all a good example. Oh, people pleasing and overdoing. That's a fake trauma response. Because somebody told me that I did this and it wasn't good enough. Or somebody picked at something that I did, even though I showed up and I've done a million things. It's like this one thing that wasn't enough. I would go above and beyond to fix that thing and other things. That is a fake trauma response. That's telling my body that I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. This person's, especially if you know you're showing up for yourself now, this person's feelings and emotional value it means more than me, right? That's a trauma response. That is my body being in survival mode. Predator chasing me down. Cheetah chewing my leg off. Yes, that. So like I said, you want to pause and observe your emotions without judgment. Be like, that doesn't feel right. What is that? Bring it back to you, because it ain't nobody that it's you. Don't say it's what she did, what she said. It's probably something that you emotionally are gauging and receiving that you need to fix. And yes, it can be a sense of people pleasing. Just because you're a nice person don't mean that you're not going to have emotional triggers. Because you're nice, that means you're probably too nice. Like me, I'm a people pleaser. Stop doing it. And what we want to do is rewrite the story, okay? So a huge part of rewriting your story is that 95% of our thoughts, beliefs, emotions are created from a past identity. By the time we're 35, 95% of who we are is from our past. Listen, y'all, your body and reality and your co-creation with God can only create what your body remembers. I've realized that triggers are going to still come up. Yes, the person, the thing, the idea that you are trying to avoid, it's going to come up again. The thing is, just because you're experiencing it does not make it real Or just because you experience it does not mean that you haven't grown. Just because you experience it doesn't mean you're not that person. It's an opportunity for you to practice a new reality and to give it a new name, to give it a new meaning. For example, one of my triggers that I have, and I remember this guy said that he was like, I had a trigger to where anytime I tried to record anything, the audio would go out. I think he said something with, I don't know, it's just his little way of just saying that he know he needed to fix this. It's just something that he has. I know with me, whenever I kind of have to do something really important with financial issues, I always got some type of like technological issue. It's always that, right? So I've realized that moment of what my body was trying to tell me is that in that moment I didn't feel safe. I felt like, and this goes back to just past instances and the things that I've dealt with personally from my financial stability, is realizing that I always felt like finances were scarce and that it was kind of running away from me. So I would try to do things quickly, or for example, like if I have an app and I'm trying to transfer money, I want to make sure the money gets there in time and I don't lose it. And that is survival mode. That is scarcity mode. Okay. So I remember I had this happen not too long ago, and now I call my trigger Neptune because I was at Neptune Beach where this happened. We were on our way, we were leaving the beach, and we was headed home, and we needed gas. Of course, here come that trigger, because you know it's just how it happens. I was trying to transfer money, and I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is my trigger. This is the thing that my body deems as not safe. This is a chance to tell my body it's okay. You're fine. Take your time. Relax. Figure it out. The money's not going anywhere. Okay? Transfer the money over, pump your gas, and get on the road. There's no huffing and puffing. There's no racing. There's no anxiety. There's no moving super fast. It's none of that. And I remembered at that time, that's where I realized, oh my gosh, these are one of my triggers. I know the financial part for me was always feeling like I had to like move fast with money, or like if I don't do this, it's going to run away from me, like I said. So when it was happening, I realized, me and my husband paused, and we was like, ha ha ha, don't rush this moment. Matter of fact, y'all go in the store, go get something to drink while we figure this out, because you want to tell your body it's okay, it's safe. Yes, this happened in the past. Yes, that thing did happen to you. Yes, it was scary when you were trying to transfer this and you weren't able to complete this payment. Yes, but it's okay now. You want to tell your body a new story. So I literally have named my trigger Neptune. And now I know when that comes up, Neptune, we're not going to do it. We're not about to run around crazy. We're not about to do all this stuff. We're going to take our time. We're going to breathe deep. We'll get into the breathing stuff too, and how you can tell your body you're safe. Because you have to realize when you feel unsafe, how you're breathing shallow. So things like that can help you to tell your body it's okay, it's safe. It's okay to receive this money. It's okay to do this transaction. It's okay to pump gas. I think we was just trying to pump gas. That's what I'm trying to say. We out here thinking we getting chased by the predator, and we is trying to just pump gas. That is crazy. That's crazy. A lot of times when you have a trigger that's coming up, it's a good opportunity for you to clear what your ancestors couldn't do. A good time for you to clear what your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your mother could not do. So when you have those moments come up, it's a good opportunity for you to tell your body a new story, to write a new reality, to tell your body it's okay. You are safe. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe from the criticism. You are safe from lack. You are safe from scarcity. You are safe from judgment. You are safe from shame. You are safe from guilt. You are safe from anything that pulls you out of the divine alignment of God. Remember, I told y'all this is a disconnection. Y'all want to talk about angel and devil and heaven and hell? It is a mindset. It is a body correlation. That stuff will put you in a place of distress, agony, mind and body. That's what hell is. It does not approve of that. So if you are on that side of the fence, and that's the thing, you either in alignment or not in alignment. God is always there in your presence, but the way you line up with God, either in alignment or out of alignment. You can pick, you can't be both. All right, so you guys, to close everything out, I want to kind of send you with a little thought piece. All right, so what's something your body has believed is a threat that your soul actually desires? The We're trying to change the outcome of something that you want, your desire, and actually getting you to it, and all the stuff that we put in between that's keeping you away from it, right? It just does nothing but repel it away. And what about that? And I believe this, and this is true, and the government and Trump. It's just all this stuff that just tells God and tells your body that, okay, well, I can't give it to you because you don't even think you deserve it, right? You don't believe it. I know we're trying to get to the desires of our heart and we want better lives, but I know one thing that we all want is peace of mind, and we want to be able to not have to be stressed and anxious in our day-to-day. And this is a nice little step, even if you're not trying to bring in something new, to just figure out what your body is attached to and the anxious thoughts and ideas. Anxiety is a very trendy word. Oh, I'm anxious, I got anxiety. Like, don't claim that. Stop claiming that. I'm telling y'all now, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Stop telling your mind that. Stop telling that to your soul. Stop telling that to your body. Stop telling your body that you are anxious. You are not anxious. There's just some things that you need to transmute to make your body feel like it's safe. We're not anxious. We just don't know how to create safety in our body. Say, I'm working to create safety in my body. Stop saying you're anxious. Just say, I'm working to create safety in my body. That's a new thing. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about no anxious and no anxiety. Let it go. Stop claiming that stuff. Y'all already know the mental part of that. I mean, don't do that when you already know, even if you do believe something to be true, that you still got to put your body on board. So why would you put yourself back behind and tell your body something that you don't even want? Don't do that. Ask God, Lord, what is it that I need in order for my body to be safe? How can I be safe with you? How can I be in the spirit of love, of trust, of guidance, of divine timing, of abundance? That's what we want to pray in, right? We want to pray in that energy. Slow down. That's one part that we have to do, is slow down. We do everything so rushed. That tells your body, predator, lion, cheetah, tigers, and bears is chasing you. Slow down. Slow down what you do. Slow down the way you eat. Slow down when you're grocery shopping. I know everything wants to be rushed. That's the problem. That's why everybody crazy. Slow down. Stop letting people rush you. Build out a time schedule to where you have time to get up in the morning. You got time to pour love into yourself. You got time to get yourself ready before you have to go to work. Slow yourself down. You moving quickly and you trying to be on somebody else's time and you saying I'm late, that is only going to tell your body more stress, more anxiety, more predators. You don't want to tell your body that it's in fight or flight. You want to tell your body it's safe. I'm safe. When you tell your body it's safe, it can receive. When you tell your body it's safe, it can connect with the divine. When you tell your body it's safe, it can come up with new ideas. When you tell your body it's safe, it's able to remember and to come up with ideas and thoughts that you didn't even know was there. When you tell your body it's safe, you are able to hold a piece of you that you forgot was even there. When you tell your body it's safe, you're able to be in a pure place of love and prosperity and wholeness. And you're able to think and be as the pure source of creation, and you're able to connect with the creator. That's what you want to be able to do. You want to tell your body, I am safe. I'm safe to receive. I'm safe in this situation. No matter what reality looks like, I am safe. I'm not going to let this upset my body. I'm not going to let this upset my mind. I'm not going to let this upset my spirit. I'm going to breathe deep. The breathing exercise I think I love to do. It's just a simple breathe in for 4, hold for 6, and release for 8. Do that a couple of times. That sends a signal to your brain and your body that it's safe. Think about when you're resting and you sleep at night and you're breathing deeply in and out. That allows your body to relax and to receive and to think new thoughts. So guys, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Please follow me at Alex Ray Official. I have a lot of free resources that you can use that are linked in my bio. If you go to my link tree, I have some digital downloads that you can use. And if you want, I just launched the Alchemize with Alex. I hope y'all saw my video. That was funny, right? The parody with the Everest guy. Yeah, that. Go into the link in my bio and submit your soul dilemma. I can help you with this. If you submit it, I will read it out live for you. No cost, no nothing. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. I'm going to definitely try to get back on doing these videos, get my YouTube channel up and rolling. I'm working on it. I promise y'all. Just believe me that I'm showing up in any way, in every way that I can to help you guys and to connect with you and to build this community. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good day.